What's up, YouTube? Nano here, and I'm building a zombie game. And yeah, it's pretty good. I'm working with Underworld FPS, and so this is it so far. I built all these models here you see I've made myself. It's going to be a good game, and if you guys would like to help, and if you think you're a good dev, or if you could script or build as a matter of fact as well as this, if not better, then just send me a message and contact me. Anyways, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a bullet. Now, as you see in the game, which we're making, you don't just simply find a gun and it just shoots. You have to find casings, primers and shells, and then gunpowder. And when you put these together, you need a bullet press as well to do this. And you can craft bullets. Now, depending on what caliber you're crafting, it regulates the damage. Now, if you want to make a bullet, the first thing we're going to work on is unioning and negating. So let's just say, check this out. So as you see, this is 100%. This is a it's a mesh. Let's just say you want to get into a mesh, or you can do this on any part you want. Now, we're especially just doing this to make bullets, though. So let's first off, you want to see where you're scaling. Maybe move that up just a little bit. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to negate it. Now you can get a cylinder by any of these parts, and you can spawn at any of these parts. Now once you negate, you're going to drag a box around just those two parts that you want to drill a hole in. You click union, and it puts a hole in it like that. As you can see, we're going to practice that again, because we're going to pull this out. Now whoever made this has no idea anything about guns. Like, seriously. Now, also, by the way, when you union something, it's going to be the color of what you union it. So if this is going to be silver, the inside of this is going to be silver once I union it. Once I negate it. Okay, we're going to drag up. You have to click, and you drag a box, and then you click union. Now, as you can see, that's silver as well. Now, we're going to take this, and we're going to take this, and I'm going to duplicate that, and this is going to also be silver for the primer to replicate the bullet. Now, whoever made this truly knows nothing about bullets already, because ballistics works totally different than what this guy's perspective of it is. So anyways, we're going to, you want it to be as thin as possible, okay? So we're going to move into here, and then we're going to make that as thin. See how thin that is? Now, I'll teach you a little bit about ballistics. So a primer is what causes the gunpowder to ignite. Now, in a real bullet, the casing would be here. The gunpowder would be inside of the cylinder. Now, when the hammer of the weapon strikes the primer, it causes a spark, which inside causes the gunpowder to explode, and the explosion has nowhere to go, and the pressure is all built up inside of it. If you've taken physics, you would have already known this, which causes the pressure to push out the bullet tip, which causes the bullet tip right here. You'd think, when I was younger, I used to think the whole bullet would hit somebody, but that's not the case, because this is what flies out of the gun after it's been discharged. Anyways, this casing right here is what's fired out of the cylinder. Okay, now that you know a little bit about bullets, we're going to go back into this, and I'm going to fast forward, and I'm going to get the next stuff out. As you can see, this is the gunpowder, and it's important that you have this inside the casing, or it's not going to have anything. It's not going to have an explosion, which won't cause any pressure. That will fire this out. Now, also, this is called a plug-in. There's three kinds of bullets that are most common. There's a blackhead, super illegal though. People aren't allowed to have these. The military uses them, and government agency contractors and contractors of defense use these. They're basically armor-piercing rounds. They'll go for 2 inches of steel. Very useful, especially in a combat or war zone. And they'd use these if you were going to want to kill people, basically. Anyways, so let's flip this around. This will go through a lot. Now, I'm just making bullets. Now, let's just say you want to size this into this casing. Oh, we forgot something. Wait, hold up. See, I messed up. Now, I need to get a cylinder in here. This cylinder is going to be the gunpowder for the... so we have the primer, we have that. Now, let's plug this in here. Just go up. And now we could always just grow this. It's easy. Anyone could do this. So, especially you guys, because, I know you're smart. If you were stupid, you wouldn't be watching this video. Okay, let's go up here, and let's see. Okay, just want to make sure it's even. Yeah, it has to be even, and it can't be too big. That's way too big. Let's bring this down a lot. It's way too big. That won't work. Okay, this will work, hopefully, just a little bit up. Okay. That looks good. Now we're just going to take this and we're going to turn it into that sand to make it look like more gunpowdery. And then, now let's just say you want to use a plugin. A plugin is very important. A lot of people use them for building, especially professional builders. Now, a plugin can be taken from the Roblox library, if you were wondering. Anyways, so yeah, Roblox library. We're going to move this out. Now, as you can see, I just made this bigger. And you can make it as big as you need it to be. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this, and I'm going to insert this into the casing. Okay, so let's insert this in, and we need to scale it just a little bit more. Alright, let's see if that helps. No, it needs more. It's way too big. And just a little bit. Come on, I don't need it that big. Okay, now we're at a problem right here. So this casing is too big for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to group this. I believe we're going to group that. Yeah, we're going to group it. And then we're going to size the casing to an appropriate size for this to fit inside the cylinder. And hopefully this will fit once we've sized it to the appropriate length. Let me fast forward. This is going to take a little bit of time. There we go. I've sized it down to the appropriate size, and now it's fitting pretty well. Just need to make sure. Okay, so for pistol rounds, it would be like that. That's what a pistol or a little assault rifle or submachine gun would look like. That looks more like a 9mm. This would be more like, that's like a 50 cal right there, and this would be more like a 308. So we're going to make multiple versions of this. And remember, you can always change the color of the tip. This would be like a full metal jacket, which would be loaded with copper on the outside, and the inside is lead. And full metal jacket would have usually like a little lead tip right here, which allows it to, when a bullet hits, lead melts at a low temperature. So when it's fired and the explosion comes out, gives it heat, and as it passes through air, which causes friction because of the speed, speed causes friction. As it passes through the air, the lead basically kind of melts when it hits into you at such a high speed, and it rips and tears, and that's what causes bullets to do as much damage as they do. Well, anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you'd enjoyed it, and if it helped you, if you have any questions, comments, or cries of outrage, put them on the comment list below and on the wall, and I'd like to hear. If you need any help, just let me know. And oh, by the way, if you want to help build, put that there as well. So, NATO out. Thanks for watching, guys.